students. Today we are going to be learning part B third program. Let us see what is that part B third program. Okay, so that part B third program is a program to transpose of a matrix, also check for symmetry. This is a program. So for this let us see what we are writing. Hash include stdio.h, hash include conio.h. So transpose means, as we know, A is equal to 1 2 3 4, A transpose become 1 3 2 4. Okay, so this is the transpose, and also we have to identify whether the symmetric or not. So symmetric means the diagonals must be same, right? If the diagonals are same, then right diagonal, this is a principal diagonal, this principal diagonal is the same, then it is a symmetric, otherwise it is not a symmetric. So this is our program. So to do this we are having hash include stdio.h, conio.h. These are the header files. After these header files I am starting with main function. In the main function we are declaring the variables. So int a of 10 10, so it is a two-dimensional array. So if you want to perform this means you have to declare two-dimensional array. Here I have declared array variable of integer with the row size and column size of 10 10. And if you are taking the two-dimensional array, two counter variables will come, that is I comma j, and two variables are required. This is m rows and n columns. Okay, this is for number of rows to read the value from the keyboard and number of columns to read the value from the keyboard. Okay, so that is why we have declared these variables int a of 10 10, I comma j comma m comma n. Next we are writing the clear screen function. After the variable declaration we have to write clear screen function. Now we are writing one output statement, that is a printf function. Enter number of rows and columns for a matrix. Okay, so this will display as it is in your monitor, and we have to read these value from the keyboard. For that we are writing scanf function. Scanf %d ampersand m ampersand n. Okay, ampersand m ampersand n. Got it? Yes. Now I am reading two rows and two columns. What is the m value from the keyboard? I am reading 2, that will be stored in m. I am reading another 2, it will be stored in n. Okay, for I is equal to 0, I less than m, condition is true, so m is 2, condition is true. For j is equal to 0, j less than n, condition is true. We have to read the value from the keyboard and store in these locations. Okay, for that we are writing output statement. This is output statement. Enter element at a of %d equal to I comma j. So 0 0, what is I value? 0, and what is j value? 0. So whenever it display in your monitor, it will display as enter element at a of 0 0. So we have to read the value from the keyboard, right? For that we are writing scanf function. Scanf %d ampersand a of I j. So a of 0 0 location, whatever the value we are reading from the keyboard, it will be stored in a of 0 0. So now I am storing 1, where 1 will be stored in a of 0 0. Afterwards where the control will go? Control will go for j incrementation. Now j become 1, 1 less than 2, condition is true. Once again it is asking for enter the element at 0 1. So whatever the value we have read from the keyboard, that will be stored in a of 0 1. So in the a of 0 1 I am storing 2. Okay, a of 0 1 location I am storing 2. Afterwards where the control will go? Control will go for j incrementation. Now j become 2, 2 less than 2, condition false. If condition is false, it skips, it will come to your outer for loop. In outer for loop I will be incremented. Now I become 1, 1 less than 2, condition is true, it will enter into the inner for loop. J is equal to 0, j less than 2, j is equal to 0, j less than 2, condition is true, it is entering. Once again we have to read the value from the keyboard and we have to store in the location 1 0. So it will show enter element at a of %d. What is I value? 1. A of 1, what is j value? 0. It will display like. Okay, so now we have to read the value from the keyboard. For that we are returning scanf statement. Through from this it will store the value in ampersand a of 0 1, a of 0 sorry a of 1 0. So in a of 1 0 also I am storing 2. What is the value we have read from the keyboard? 2, where I am storing that value in a of 1 0. Afterwards j will be incremented, j become 1, 1 less than 2, it is asking for a of 1 1 location. So we have to read the value from the keyboard and we have to store in AF11 location. So for that I am using the scanf statement and I am reading it is a 3. So now what are the values we have stored? Once again I will review. Okay, AF00 location we have stored 1, AF01 location it is a 2, AF10 location it is a 2, AF11 location it is 3. Got it? Afterwards j will be incremented, j become 2, 2 less than 2, condition false, it will skip. It will come for the incrementation, I become 2, 2 less than 2, condition false, it will skip outer for loop also. Okay, so till now we have read the value from the keyboard and store in these locations. Now we are processing. What is the aim of our program? Transpose of a matrix, right? So I am writing this output statement. Transpose of the matrix is /n. Now for I is equal to 0, I less than 2, condition is true. Once again I am using the same logic. For j is equal to 0, j less than 2, condition is true, and I am displaying. While displaying I am taking a of ji. Please make a note. Okay, if you want to display the transpose of a matrix, then you have to display first as a of j and I. Okay, now please observe here, j is equal to 0, 0 less than 2, condition is true, a of 0, 0. What is the value of a of 0, 0? It is 1. It is displaying 1. And where the next control will come? Control will come for j incrementation. Now j become 1, 1 less than 2, condition is true. It will once again print this 1, 0. What is the value of 1, 0? It is 2. Got it? 1, 0 location we are having value 2. It is printing. Next j will be incremented, j become 2, 2 less than 2, condition false. It will skip this statement and automatically control will move to the next line, and next it will be incremented. I value will be incremented. Now what is the new value of I? 1. 1 less than 2, condition is true. For j is equal to 0, j less than 2, condition is true. It will print. Now let us see a of ji. What is the j value? 0. 0. What is I value? 1. What is the value of 0, 1 location? It is also 2. What it? 0, 1 location, it is value is 2. Okay. Next, where the control will go? Control will go j incrementation, j become 1, 1 less than 2, condition is true. Now I am displaying the value of a of 1, 1. What is the value of a of 1, 1? It is 3. Okay, so it is displaying 3. Afterwards j will be incremented, j become 2, 2 less than 2, condition false, it skip. Afterwards it will give a new line, and once again control will come to your I incrementation. Now I become 2, 2 less than 2, condition false, it will skip this statement. So till now we have done the transpose of a matrix, and in our question it is also asked for symmetric, right? Now we are going for symmetric logic. So this is the symmetric logic. We are once again writing the same for loop, nested for loop. For I is equal to 0, I less than n, condition is true. J is equal to 0, j less than m, condition is true. It is entering, and we are writing this logic. If a of ij is not equal to a of ji, if a of ij is not equal to a of ji, then it is not symmetric. Okay, let us see what is the I value. 0, 0. In 0, 0 location, what is the value? 0, 0 location, its value is 1. What is the 0, 0 location value? It is 1. 1 is not equal to 1, condition false. So it skip and come here. Now j becomes 1, 1 less than 2, condition is true, it will come 0, 1. What is the value of 0, 1 value? It is 2. What is the 1, 0 value? It is also 2. 2 is not equal to 2, false. So it skips. Okay, and next j will be incremented, j become 2, 2 less than 2, condition false. It will come to your outer for loop. In outer for loop I value will be 2, I will be incremented as 1, 1 less than 2, condition is true. It will enter into the inner for loop, j is equal to 0, j less than 2, condition is true. A of 1, 0. What is the value of a of 1, 0? 2. A of 0, 1. What is the value of a of 0, 1? 2. 2 is not equal to 2, condition false. So hence this statement will skip. Okay, and next j value will be incremented, j become 1, 1 less than 2, condition is true. 1, 1. A of 1, 1. What is the value of a of 1, 1? 3. 3 is not equal to 1, 1. 3. 3 is not equal to 3, false. So it will skip, hence we have given this is a symmetric, so it will display it as an asymmetric. Okay, it is displaying as it is in a symmetric. So likewise it will execute. Okay, if you enter 1 3 2 4, it is not 1 2 3 4, it is not symmetric. After the transpose, 1 2 3 4 become 1 3 2 4, but these right diagonals are not same values, hence it is not as a symmetric. Okay, that is why it is not symmetric. And now we are entering the number of rows and columns. It has 2 and 2, and I am entering 1 2 3 2 3. So 1 2 2 3, even if you transpose, it will come as a 1 2 become a 1 2 2 3. Okay, so hence this is a symmetric. So this is your program. Let us see execution of this program. Third program, right? So already I'm editing this with Notepad++ or Notepad, whatever it may be. So same program, and I'm saving this file. Save as where to save? In your C drive, Turbo C3 bin pb3. pb means part b3 third program .c. Okay, so now I am minimizing this and this, and I am opening your editor. So here your editor is exist. Let me open your editor. Yes, start Turbo C++. Now I am opening my file. What is the name of a file? pb3.c. okay, and F5. So let me compile, Alt F9 and run Control F9. So it is asking for the number of rows and columns. I am entering 2 rows and 2 columns. I am entering 1 2 3 4. Whether 1 2 3 4 is a symmetric? It is not symmetric, hence it is giving not symmetric. Okay, and once again I am running my program, and I am giving number of rows and number of columns is 2 rows and 2 columns. I am giving 1 2 2 3. So 1 2 2 3 is a symmetrics. Okay, it is giving as an twice. This is because of actually in our program we have to make that's it. This symmetric should not be present here. Let me cut. Should be present here. Yes. Let me save and compile and run. Let me check. 2 rows 2 columns, 1 2 3 4, not symmetric. Yes, once again I'm running. Now I'm giving 2 rows and 2 columns, 1 2 2 3. So automatically it is symmetric. It is got it. So likewise it will come for once. Okay, yes. So this is your part C third program. Let us see what is the part C fourth program. So your fourth program, this is one of a critical program. Please give more attention, otherwise you have to by heart this program. Actually it doesn't have that much of importance, but this question will be asked in your exam. Okay, let us see. Write a program to find the sum of the following series. Sin of x is equal to x minus x to the power of 3. This is x to the power of 3 by 3 factorial plus x to the power of 5 by 5 factorial minus x to the 7 factorial up to n terms. Use recursive function to find factorials. So here we have to use a recursive function to find factorials. Note, input x in degrees and converts into radians by multiplying with n by 80. Okay, yes, let us see. This is our program. You have to give more attention, and it takes a lot of time for understanding purpose. Let us see what is the value we have taken here. Sin x value is 45 and the limit is 4 series, up to 4 series. Okay, sin 45 we have to calculate up to 4 series. So here first I am starting hash include stdio.h conio.h math.h. Afterwards I am writing this is your function body. Okay, function definition. Please make a note. Let us come for the main program. Here void main function is there. float x comma q comma sum is equal to 0. Already you are seeing here x and q is required, and sum is also required because here summation we are doing, right? And next we are defining int I comma j comma limit. So here up to n terms is given. Here I am taking n as an limit. Okay, ij it is coming means compulsory for loop is exist. And next one is we are writing clear screen function, and next we are writing enter the value of x of sin x series. Enter the value of x of sin x series. Here scanf I am using %f. Why? Because we have declared it as a float. Now I am giving the x value as 45. What is x value? 45. And it is asking for the enter the limit. I am giving the limit as 4. So I have to read the value from the keyboard, and I am giving the limit as 4 up to 4 terms. Okay, and now I am assigning q is equal to x. What is the x value? 45. 45 is assigned for q. Okay, now here the question has given it has to convert into pi by 180. It is pi by 180, not as an n by 180. Now we have to convert it. Okay, so to convert that, x is equal to x into 3.141 by 180. So pi by 180, here it is already given. We have to convert into x in degrees and convert into radians. So we have to convert into radians. So that is why we are converting. X is equal to x into 3.1415. This 1415 is pi value by 180. Okay, so 45 into something it will become, and it will be stored here. Now please observe this carefully. For I is equal to 1, j is equal to 1, simultaneous declaration is also possible. Here we are declaring I value, j value, and also I am giving I less than or equal to limit. What is our limit? It is a 4. Condition is true. I plus plus j is equal to j plus 2. Here if you observe here, j is incremented by 2, because here if you observe here 3 1 afterwards 3, it is a 5 and 7. So for every incrementation it is incremented by 2. Okay, that is why we are incrementing j value by 2. Now I am checking I percentile 2 is not equal to 0, 1 percentile 2 is not equal to 0. Condition is true. If condition is true, this calculation will be executed. Power of x comma j by fact of j. So power of x is whatever the value we are getting, and whatever the j value currently you are calculating, and you are adding to the sum by fact of j. What is j value? 1. Fact of j means we have to do the factorial, so that is why we have written here. Okay, int fact int j, I am passing the j value of 1, and we are calculating the fact of 1. It is 1. Likewise it will be calculated, right? Once this condition is done, else otherwise if it is not true, it will come for sum is equal to sum minus power of x comma j fact of j. So this is one of a critical program. You have to give more attention. So you have to by heart this program. Okay, afterwards if the condition fails, it will come to your printf statement. Here it will give as q. What is the q value? 45. Sin 45 of sin 45 is, it will come of sum. So it is up to series of 4. Okay, up to series of 4 it is 0.70709. Okay, so you just give more attention on this program. You have to by heart this program. Let us see my program part B for the program. No, let me edit with the notepad plus plus. Okay, so your x and n value is given. Sorry, not this one. Let me copy this program pb4. Okay, let me copy. I'm copying this program. This is easy program, that is why I have chosen this. Control C, notepad, paste, and I'm saving. Save as in turbo C3 bin pb4.c part B, fourth program. Okay, now I'm opening my editor. F3 pb4.c. This is my program. Let me compile. Is there any error? No error. Let me run. So it is asking x value. I am giving 45 and the limit is 4. If you observe here, it is giving -0. Some mistake has done. Let me check. Yes, here we have made a mistake, that is the f. F should be given, right? Here also same thing. Now save it and compile it and run it. So now I'm giving 45.00 and 4.00. It is giving 45 is 0.00. Why? Some is giving us 0. Ampersand x, ampersand limit. Sorry, limit is integer, not as an float. Now let me check. Save it, compare it and run it. It is 45.00 and 4. Now you are getting sin 45 is up to 4 term is its value is sin of 45 value is 0.707090. So you have to by heart this program. These kinds of programs are used for where we are using these kinds of programs for rocket launching and so on, or for gravitational forces or rocket launches. These kinds of programs are we are using. That is why this program is kept, but it is one of a little bit difficult. Almost the times this program will ask in your examination, so you give more attention on this program. Okay, hope you understand this concept. We will meet in the next class.